Karen just slapped me, thinking I was the manager. Little did she know I was the owner and I will be sending her to jail so she can have her free meals there. The sound echoed through the store, sharp crack like a gunshot. Every customer in aisle 7 froze mid-reach. My cheek burned, immediate fire spreading across my face. My ears rang, high-pitched whine blocking out everything else. I could taste copper on my tongue where I'd bitten the inside of my mouth, warm, metallic. Karen stood in front of me, chest heaving, face red, tomato red, blotchy with rage, finger pointed directly at my nose, close enough I could smell her breath, coffee and mint. That's what you get for your terrible service. I demand to speak to the manager right now. The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, harsh white light making everything look washed out, clinical. Somewhere near the back of the store, a shopping cart wheel squeaked rhythmically. Nobody moved, nobody spoke. 12 customers, all frozen, all staring. I was wearing jeans and a plain black t-shirt, no name tag, no uniform, no vest, nothing identifying me as staff. I'd just stopped by to check inventory on my way home. Quick 30-minute visit, in and out. She'd cornered me in aisle 7, cleaning supplies, 10 minutes ago. Started screaming about expired coupons and disrespect and poor customer service and how she'd been shopping at this store for 15 years and had never been treated this poorly in her entire life. I'd tried to explain I didn't work the register, that I couldn't help with coupons, that she needed to speak to someone at customer service. She didn't care, didn't listen, just got louder. Don't you dare talk back to me. Where's your manager? I want them here, now. That's when she hit me, open palm, right across my left cheek, hard enough that my head turned, hard enough that my vision blurred for a second, hard enough that I stumbled half a step sideways. The store went completely silent. I touched my cheek slowly, felt the heat radiating, felt my pulse throbbing where her hand had connected, could feel the outline of her fingers, could feel the sting spreading. She was still talking, still ranting, voice shrill, echoing off the linoleum and metal shelving, something about lawsuits and calling corporate and how I'd be lucky to have a job tomorrow, how she'd make sure I was fired, how she knew people, important people. I didn't say anything, didn't respond, didn't react. I just looked at her, really looked, studied her face, the rage, the entitlement, the absolute certainty that she was right and I was wrong. She took my silence as fear, as submission, smirked, actually smirked, crossed her arms over her chest, shifted her weight, victorious. Well, are you going to get me the manager or do I need to call corporate myself? Because I have their number, I have connections. I'll have you fired by tomorrow morning. I'll get the manager, I said quietly, voice steady, calm. She huffed, satisfied. Finally, some competence. About time you learned your place. I walked toward the back of the store, past the dairy section, past the frozen foods, through the double doors marked employees only. My hands were steady. My mind was clear, focused. I went straight to my office, locked the door, sat down at my computer, pulled up the security footage, found camera 7, aisle 7, cleaning supplies, rewound the feed, watched the entire interaction, watched her get in my face, watched me try to de-escalate, watched her pull back her hand, watched her slap me, hard, clear as day, perfect angle, perfect lighting, perfect evidence, saved the file, made 3 copies, sent one to my phone, one to my lawyer's secure email, one to cloud storage. Then I stood up, straightened my shirt, touched my cheek one more time, still throbbing, still hot, and walked back out to the floor. Karen was exactly where I'd left her, standing in aisle 7, tapping her foot impatiently, phone in hand, scrolling, typing furiously, already halfway through what looked like an angry social media post, probably about how she'd been assaulted by terrible staff at this terrible store. Excuse me, I said, voice still calm, still steady. She glared at me, eyes narrowed, hostile. What? Did you finally find your manager or are you going to waste more of my time? I am the manager, I said. Let it hang there for a moment. Watched her process. Actually, I'm the owner. This is my store. Her face went blank, completely blank, like someone had pulled a plug and drained all expression, mouth slightly open, eyes wide. You just assaulted me in my own store on camera, in front of 12 witnesses. She opened her mouth, closed it, opened it again. Nothing came out at first. Then, you should have identified yourself. You should have said something. I tried, multiple times. You hit me instead. You were disrespectful. You were rude. I told you I couldn't help with expired coupons. I told you to speak to customer service. You chose to assault me. Her eyes darted around the aisle, looking for support, looking for validation, looking for an escape. The other customers just stared. Some had their phones out now, recording, documenting. This is ridiculous, she stammered, voice higher, shakier. You can't, I'll sue. You provoked me. You made me. I pulled out my phone, held it up so she could see the screen. The security footage paused on the moment of impact. I've already sent the security footage to my lawyer and to the police. Battery, assault, in front of multiple witnesses. That's a criminal charge, not civil. That's jail time, not a lawsuit. Her face went from red to white, completely white, like all the blood had drained out. I'm pressing charges. The police are on their way. They should be here in about, I checked my watch, 3 minutes. You can't do that, she whispered, voice small now, scared. I am. She started backing toward the front of the store, toward the exit, eyes wide, panicked. panicked. This is insane. I barely touched you. You slapped me hard enough to make my mouth bleed. I touched my lip, showed her my finger, red, still bleeding slightly. She stopped moving, looked at the blood, at my face, at the growing red mark on my cheek. I want a lawyer, she said, voice shaking. Good idea. You're going to need one. She turned and tried to run toward the exit. Fast walk, almost jogging, panicked. Two of my employees were standing by the door, Miguel and Sarah. They'd been watching the whole thing. They stepped closer together, not blocking exactly, just present, witnesses. You can wait here, I said calmly. Or you can leave and turn this into evading. Your choice, but I'd recommend waiting. Sirens outside, faint at first, then louder, getting closer, getting very close. Karen's hands were shaking, trembling. Her phone slipped out of her grip and clattered on the tile floor. Screen cracked. She didn't pick it up, just stared at it. The police walked in 2 minutes and 40 seconds later. Two officers, Sergeant Martinez and Officer Chen. I knew them both. They patrolled this area regularly, stopped by once a week for coffee. What have we got? Martinez asked. I showed them the footage on my phone, the full interaction. 3 minutes. Her screaming, me trying to de-escalate, her slapping me, clear, undeniable, perfect angle. They watched it twice, took notes, asked questions, then they took statements from the witnesses, from the customers who'd seen it, from Miguel and Sarah. Everyone told the same story, consistent, clear. Do you want to press charges? Martinez asked, looking at me, serious. I touched my cheek, still throbbing, still hot, could feel it swelling slightly. Yes, Karen started crying, loud sobbing, dramatic. Please, this is a misunderstanding. I have kids. I've never done anything like this before. Please. Chen looked at her, then at me. You sure about this? Once we arrest her, it's out of your hands. Goes to the DA. Criminal process. I looked at Karen, at her tears, at her panic, thought about her smirk, her finger in my face, her absolute certainty that she could treat people however she wanted, that there would be no consequences. I'm sure. They arrested her right there, handcuffs, read her Miranda rights, the whole procedure, professional, by the book. She was still crying, still begging. This is insane. I have children. I have a family. You can't do this to me. Martinez was patient, calm. Ma'am, you assaulted someone, on camera, with witnesses. That's a crime. You need to come with us. They walked her out, through the front door, past customers, past employees, into the parking lot, into the back of the patrol car. The store was silent again, just the buzz of fluorescent lights, the hum of refrigerators, normal sounds. I turned to Miguel and Sarah, to the other employees who'd gathered, 5 of them, all watching. Anyone need a break? Anyone need to go home? They shook their heads. We're good, boss. Okay, back to work then. Let's finish the day. I went back to my office, sat down, took a breath, felt my hands shaking slightly now, adrenaline wearing off, reality setting in, finished the inventory check I'd come to do, sent the full security footage to my insurance company, filed a detailed incident report, documented everything, timestamps, witness names, officer badge numbers, everything. My phone buzzed an hour later, after the store closed, after everyone went home. Voicemail from a number I didn't recognize. I played it. Male voice, older, shaking. This is Richard Stevens, Karen's husband. Please, I'm begging you. Drop the charges. This isn't like her. She's never done anything like this. She has kids, a family. We'll pay for any damages, any medical bills, anything. Just please drop the charges. Please. I listened to the whole thing, then deleted it. Blocked the number. My phone buzzed again that night. Text message. Different number. Please call me. We need to talk about Karen. This is destroying my family. Blocked. Deleted. 3 more calls over the next 2 days. Different numbers each time. Her husband, her sister, someone claiming to be her lawyer trying to negotiate before official charges were filed. I blocked them all. Didn't respond to any of them. 2 days later, my lawyer called. David, good guy. We'd worked together for years on business matters, contracts, leases, employment issues. Karen's lawyer reached out, he said. Wants to discuss a settlement. She's willing to plead guilty to misdemeanor battery if you agree not to pursue civil damages. Avoid trial. Keep it quiet. What do you recommend? I asked. Honestly, you could make a lot of money in civil court. Assault, emotional distress, business damages. Could easily get 6 figures from a jury. She's got assets, house, savings. This is your call, but there's money there. I thought about it. About her face, the smirk, the finger pointed at my nose, the assumption that I was beneath her, that I didn't matter, that service workers were there to absorb her rage, her bad day, her entitlement. No deal, I said. Full charges. I want this to go to court. I want her convicted. I don't care about the money. David was quiet for a moment. You sure? This could drag out for months. I'm sure. Okay, I'll let them know. 3 months later, October, she was convicted. Judge Garcia. Quick trial. 2 days. The security footage was damning. The witnesses were consistent. Her lawyer tried to paint me as aggressive, as provoking her. The jury didn't buy it. Guilty. Misdemeanor battery. Sentencing 2 weeks later. 60 days in county jail. 1 year probation after release. 40 hours of anger management classes. $2,000 fine. Restraining order keeping her away from me and my store for 3 years. Her lawyer stood up, made a final plea. Your Honor, my client is a mother of 2. She's never been in trouble before. This was a moment of poor judgment. Jail time seems excessive. Judge Garcia cut him off. Your client assaulted a business owner in his own store, in front of customers, including children. She showed no remorse until she was arrested. This wasn't a moment of poor judgment. This was an adult woman choosing violence because because she didn't get her way. 60 days is lenient. Sentence stands, Karen cried. Her husband cried. Her lawyer looked defeated. I sat in the back of the courtroom, quiet, still, watching. Her lawyer tried one last time after sentencing, caught me in the courthouse hallway. Please, she's learned her lesson. She has kids. Do you really want to destroy her life over this? I looked at him. She tried to destroy mine over expired coupons. That's different. It's not. I walked away. The day she started her sentence, November 3rd, I got a text from an unknown number. Please, my wife is in jail because of you. My kids are asking where mommy is. You've destroyed our family. Was it worth it? I read it twice, then blocked the number, deleted the message, went back to work, and I never thought about Karen again. Retrait Claude can make mistakes. Please double-check responses.